I don't have the exact numbers, but it's like if there were like some concrete metric, we could be like, okay, the odds of this happening truly are negligible, which I don't think they are. Then you could like account for like, okay, well, I can safely drop down back air here. But then it's just like you're like, well, if that one thing happens this one time, then I'm screwed. And it's just like I don't agree with that. But anyway, so this is tragic.
Yeah, the
teammates.
doubles team that won gonna have to get a team kill on each other. Mada starting off the Pika loops.
Oh, and getting that revenge, man. Frame free.
Frame free.
Frame 3
It's
revenge.
pretty free.
Yeah, it's Incineroar so free. And double revenge.
Ooh, let's see if we can make use of it.
Oh, and it whiffs.
Ooh,
Oh, and
50%.
Whoa, did that deal 50? I wasn't paying attention to Mada's percent. That's amazing.
Yeah, he went from like 37 to 85.
Jesus.
Just from one side B.
Yeah, Mada, he's... Incineroar's hitbox has always surprised me, but Zangoose doing a great job, stealing out the stock, doing a great job kind of anticipating that Mada kind of wants to use those Thunder Jolts as an entry, so he's going to have to be a little bit more careful with that. And what Mada just did is one thing he's really good at. He'll kind of like... covering so many options. He'll just kind of like cross you up and like throw out a forward air, then like cross you up and throw out a back air before he lands, and it's just he throws you in the blender a little bit.
Yeah, Pikachu's pressure is insane. He can just like constantly throw moves out, which is probably why Zangoose is making very liberal use of their bench.
Yeah.
Because Mada does like to press buttons. I believe his shirt even says so. No brains, all buttons.
Mada's self-aware. Oh, and responding nicely to those quick attack entries with the, was it Darkest Lariat?
Yeah, Zangoose is punishing a lot of Mada's unsafe approaches / like combo string follow-ups.
Yeah, and doing a great job covering those quick attack, like not only responding to them with the Darkest Lariat, but covering with Darkest Lariat. So yeah, he's making this look pretty doable, and Mada going there, just kind of wanting to seal the stock. I may be expecting that Zangoose is maybe a little bit more scared of him right now than he actually is.
Yeah.
And that forward air is not going to quite seal it out, but doing a little edge guarding, a little break dance.
Ooh,
And the
forward
tilt gets him with the stinky finger. Oatman tries to revenge, maybe expecting something.
Aerial. Anything, up button. Revenge is
Oh,
wow.
And
He
snipes him.
that.
And yeah, good tech from Mada too. That was, it's like, oh shit. Oh, and challenging those.
Zangoose has yet to lose a second stock.
Yeah, this is really impressive. And that's still not going to seal it out. That Nair to up smash is such a great conversion. I don't think it's true, but it's definitely you have to buffer whatever you're going to do. You have to know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know, it's unreactable. Like I think for the most part, you have to really be prepared for it.
Mada having a hard time getting this kill, but is the up throw not going to do it?
Oh, not quite. And tries to revenge the Thunder. That would have been pretty funny. But Zangoose not really giving up any ground here, but Mada making it through with that frame -2 50 active frame for there. But
oh, reads the revenge right there. That's what he did last time.
But yeah, oh, and that catches you so often. It lasts for so long. It always catches me off guard. But
yeah. Zangoose is really good at baiting out the aerials and then catching him with the side feed.
Yeah, totally.
That a few times.
And he did that to me in doubles a lot too. But Mada's he's such a good edge guarder. This is really scary every time Zangoose goes off stage.
Yeah, but Zangoose has been really good with his recoveries. He really likes to go for the high recovery, and it seems like Mada has a hard time challenging that.
Yep.
Ooh, and Darkest Lariat again.
And Mada, he's also really good. You'll see him do that kind of dash back and forth, and then do that forward smash. And it's so scary because it's like you want to get back on stage, and he's so unpredictable with it. But man, neither one of them want to give up ground, and dash attack not quite gonna do it. But these are situations.
What is that?
Oh my God!
Kills?
Cross chop.
Jeez, that's an option.
Yeah, I was gonna.
That was the perfect punish for the F smash right there.
It was. That was brilliant. I was gonna say Mada usually is like that's where he excels is those high pressure situations where it's just like you cannot get him to commit, you cannot get him to make a mistake. He's just so patient, and then Zangoose is just like finds that obscure option, just like, and.
Yeah, Mada is consistently winning neutral, but he's having a hard time closing out these stocks because Zangoose is just maneuvering around his edge guard so brilliantly.
Yeah.
And his ledge traps too.
Yeah, it's like it's an impressive play from Zangoose.
I mean, they're doubles partners, so they probably know each other in and out. And right now, Zangoose just has that mental upper hand.
But I mean, Mada definitely he's one of those players. I see a lot of myself in him. You kind of just he tends to amp things up when, like, you know. I know I personally will get a little lazy, like early in bracket. I'll get a little complacent, and you know it'll show. But when things start to heat up, and I think that's true for Mada as well, because we already see a pretty commanding lead already at the beginning. And Mada trying to punish that, but that's really, it's funny, that little pop up. It is such like an infuriating property of that move, because like when I've played Sailor or Zangoose as the Belmonts, whenever he does that, it's like nothing the Belmonts have can punish it, because it's just like, except for maybe like a Nair, because it just like, goes over all their stuff.
Yeah, it's so deceiving. A lot of characters have that little bounce. Like if you Firefox as like Falco or Fox into the ground, it does that little bounce.
That's right, I forgot about that.
I've been thinking about using Firefox more on stage. It's an interesting mix-up.
I never expect it. I know Plaidman likes using wolves, and man, we already got a second stock. We are like a minute and 20 seconds into the match. So yeah, Mada really turning up the heat, and that can happen sometimes. It really kind of speaks to the strength of the momentum dynamic in this game. That if you don't have the dynamic at a certain point in the match, like, and you see it too in doubles, like you can see players who might in a normal singles match stand no chance against the other player, but if they're in like a doubles setting and they're both like 50%, then it becomes feasible, because that momentum just isn't there. Yeah, this is I'm gonna just go ahead and call it here.
Yeah. He missed the forward air confirms twice. I don't know why he went for air. Yeah, I don't see how there's any way Zangoose is gonna make it back, but you never know. Maybe gets there's up smash. It's gonna kill.
You gotta trust me. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, it's true.
Yeah,
Characters.
I've seen crazier comebacks.
No, yeah. I have as well. So just so everyone doesn't think that Mada is self-deprecating, his shirt does not just say "no brains." His shirt says "no brains, all buttons." So he's because all you can see in his player cam is just says "no brains."
Mada's definitely a buttons kind of guy.
all the Pokemon, they Mada has an excellent aggressive playstyle, and all the Pokemon pretty excellent. Have pretty excellent rushdown games.
Yeah, Pikachu's scary. He can stick to you like glue.
Yeah, God, he's. But yeah, we'll see if Zangoose learned anything from the last match, because that first match was definitely pretty spectacular.
Ooh,
but tries to go for that down air spike, doesn't quite get it.
I think Zangoose is just very button happy and disadvantaged. He's always looking for the lariat or revenge to get out of it, and so if Mada just baits it out every time.
Oh.
And that down smash is scary. It's a spot dodge and a kill.
Yeah. I'm also surprised that aerial side B didn't connect. It's got such a huge vertical hitbox, and it's actually. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say that this is my suspicion is that Sailor picked this, or Zangoose picked the stage because whatever the Pokemon's name is, Incineroar, has sort of an option select with a smashable platform with aerial side B. Because if you're standing on top of it or standing below it, if he just does a little short hop, and fall into his loving embrace.
I do not like Smashville against like Ganon and Incineroar. I just hate being on that platform sometimes.
Yeah, it's trying to seal the deal with that forward tilt. Not quite going to do it.
Yeah, baits out the revenge. Get some Pika loops.
Yep, and like I was saying in the last match between Plaidman and Kiwi, this is definitely one of those situations where Zangoose definitely has to make something happen pretty quickly. Otherwise, the momentum is just going to build. Okay, there we go. So I was going to say, it's just like certain characters, when they're like Pikachu, they when they get brave, it's terrifying. You know, when they're willing to commit and just like not, you know, just be a little haphazard, then that's when things get really rough.
Yeah.
But we'll see if Sailor reading maybe a spot dodge to the ground.
Oh, gets his jump caught by the T-Jolt.
Okay, well, this is, I mean, Sailor still has thwack, so maybe maybe he can bring this back.
Gets a down throw into the loops again. Let's see if he, another tech chase situation.
Oh, and see, that's great option coverage. Great option coverage. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you're going to sit and shield. Well, no, just validate your shield.
Oh, does he have his jump still? Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, my God.
What is it?
That would have been a god. I mean, that was godlike for what it was. I mean, that was both a great edge guard from.
Pong.
Yeah, it was a great demonstration of ping pong expertise from Mada, as well as an almost miraculous recovery from Zangoose.
That was weird. He like air dodged into the stage intact.
Yeah.
I've like never seen that before.
Yeah.
Like his tech at the end, like him air dodging into the ceiling.
Yeah, that was funny.
I didn't even think that was possible.
Yeah, that's something people forget about in this game. Sometimes I'll just like randomly do it.
Yeah, it's the thanks a lot hold buffer.
Yeah. Not a big fan.